Welcome back, guys, to another video. Let's talk about Tesla. We've got big things coming in, and the size of Tesla is growing to the point where some people are saying it's a major bubble. Let's just talk about in this video some major things coming out of Tesla, my price predictions, and also what's going to happen to the overall company. In the past year, it's up 734% stock-wise, and the market cap right now is at roughly $800 billion. Essentially, if we combine all the other major car manufacturers together, it wouldn't even be the same size as Tesla. In fact, it will probably be several billion dollars away from Tesla if you combine all the car makers in the world together. And this is a really, really bold market cap, especially how some people feel like it's a little bit overvalued, especially with other major car manufacturers coming out with their own electric cars. Now, sure, you have Mercedes-Benz coming out the EQ series. BMW has their own electric vehicles coming out. And also the Ford Mach-E Mustang is also pretty nice. But the thing is, Tesla has so many cool things up their sleeves for 2021. It should at the very least hold up the stock price and probably even get it to $1,000, because some of these things coming out from Tesla is so impressive to the point that other car manufacturers are not making. First thing is obviously the Cybertruck. Now, this is going to be the biggest item in Tesla's 2021 list, and it was revealed in late 2019. People seem to like it, and the Cybertruck is meant to enter production sometime this year, 2021. You have several people ordering the Cybertruck, more than 100,000 people, and currently the price isn't really that bad. It's pretty spacious. It's a really weird looking pickup truck, and what I've been seeing is a lot of people who don't like pickup trucks are ordering the Cybertruck, which is like this really weird Tesla pickup truck. And the Cybertruck hopefully arrives this year because the Gigafactory Austin is already under construction. The facility should be completed sometime around spring, and there are documents suggesting how the Gigafactory Texas could be producing vehicles as soon as May, which is great because, by the way, the Gigafactory Texas will be offering a ton of different vehicles, and it may even make a ton of Model Y crossover SUVs for the surrounding regions. And the Austin-based facility will also be able to make the Tesla Semi, which is probably one of the most feared vehicles out there. Now, the Tesla Semi is really interesting because not a lot of companies right now are making electric semi-trucks. Sure, you do have Daimler. They're trying to make electric semi-trucks. You have Nikola Motors trying to make hydrogen trucks. And also Hyliion, who's trying to make like natural gas trucks. But just keep in mind that none of those guys have an actual factory to produce their trucks. Whereas Tesla already has the Gigafactory Austin. It's like halfway built, will be completed in May, and they will start the semi-truck production. This is why you have several companies ordering semi-trucks from Tesla rather than other smaller companies, because the smaller companies, you don't really know when will be the production date. No one really knows. There's no factory. The Austin Gigafactory is already under production, so we should be seeing the Tesla Semi coming out very, very soon. The Semi was supposed to start production like several years later, but I think Tesla just simply wants to get it out as soon as possible. The Semi truck is a massive moneymaker, is because it is one of the only electric semi trucks in the world that you could actually purchase, and it will be equipped with a ton of different sensors that could detect things in front, making the driver in the vehicle a lot safer. And Musk also is planning some massive things for 2021, including full autonomy. There's also been massive hints about how the Tesla semi-truck is equipped with a ton of cameras and a ton of sensors, hinting that we should be seeing software updates for the semi-truck that makes it fully autonomous. Now, obviously, though, for the next few years, we should be seeing a driver behind the wheel, but eventually, maybe in the next 5 years, we could be seeing no drivers in the Tesla semi-trucks. This may sound kind of wild and kind of crazy, but the Tesla autonomous driving software team is working tirelessly to make the software as good as possible. And by the way, Musk has tweeted out for this year that they should be reaching full autonomy, and I truly do believe this. Unlike other companies who are giving out really weird timelines, Tesla already has the FSD beta, which was given out to select users around 2020 of October and December. And a lot of users seem to love it. And afterwards, Tesla is offering updates every 5 to 10 days on the FSD beta. And this software should be announced sometime around January or February, hopefully January, because that would be pretty awesome to see the software being in all the other Tesla customers' hands. But this software can allow people to drive in major highways and then switch back to major metropolitan cities. And they can recognize stop signs, traffic lights, pedestrians, vehicles, lines, for example. So it's a very well advanced and equipped car. And on top of that, we should be seeing major software updates every couple weeks for the vehicles. So if you really look around, the Tesla semi-truck could be the first fully autonomous semi-truck in the world. Almost feels like we're living in like this crazy sci-fi environment. Next up is the German Gigafactory. Now this one is pretty important since it will be making the Model Ys and the Model 3s. And the cool thing about the Berlin Gigafactory is it also has a massive battery plant, which should be slowly building up in the course of the next few years. Now the really weird thing is that battery plant is bigger than the Nevada battery plant, which is just a gigafactory that specifically makes batteries. So you have the Berlin Gigafactory that not only makes the cars, but has the world's biggest battery factory once it's fully operational in the next couple years probably. And after that, we should be seeing a ton of lithium-ion battery cells being created and then stuffed into the Tesla vehicles. Now, I've always wondered why Tesla made this massive battery plant that's bigger than the Nevada one in Berlin. It's most likely that they want to be selling the batteries to their competitors like Mercedes-Benz, BMW, and Volkswagen. There's a few reasons why. It could also make a lot of money, and since battery cells are the most expensive part of an electric vehicle, their profit margins will most likely be much better than just selling electric vehicles. And obviously though, there's already several third-party battery companies out there that have very low production, so everyone's going to be starving for lithium-ion battery cells. And who's going to provide that? Probably Tesla, because that is the world's biggest battery factory. And they probably wouldn't really use all of that themselves. They kind of want to sell it and make some sweet profit. The profit margins of lithium-ion battery cells are way better than manufacturing individual cars themselves. It's a major cash maker. It's very similar to how Samsung sells their screen panels to Apple, even though Apple is like their biggest smartphone competitor. They make a lot of money from doing that, and they pretty much keep the two branches separate. And last but not least is the Indonesian Gigafactory. This brand new Gigafactory should be paired up with the Indonesian Gigafactory. There's already been several rumors and hints about this, so we should be seeing some sort of Gigafactory in Indonesia that will be making nickel and also more dense lithium-ion battery cells. Because Indonesia sits on the world's largest nickel reserves, Tesla wants to be making a Gigafactory over there to extract the nickel, and nickel is super expensive and pretty rare, and that really makes the lithium-ion batteries way denser. So there you go. You got the 4680 batteries being born, and things are looking pretty good. Last but not least is the Chinese Gigafactory, the Shanghai Gigafactory. These guys are increasing production. The Shanghai Gigafactory 2 was created. You also have the Tesla V3 supercharger stations and also massive factories just to create the V3 supercharging stalls. That way you have this really good charging network in China. And on top of that, in 2021, we should be seeing 1 million cars being made and delivered, with 550,000 of these vehicles made in China and 100,000 of these vehicles from the 500,000 number that will be shipped to Europe, because the Berlin Gigafactory will not be operational for quite some time. So it's pretty interesting to see what Tesla is doing. I feel like 2021 will definitely be a super busy year, especially how they're in multiple different countries and continents around the world, trying to get everything back in shape. I think Musk is probably working day and night for this. Let's just see what happens. I genuinely don't think Tesla is overvalued. I think it could definitely keep growing, especially with all these massive catalysts. And these are catalysts that other car manufacturers are even making themselves. That's about it, guys. Thanks for watching, and comment below.